Here on the Todd and Don Show. Got the top stories coming up at 7:30 with Mark and Patrick. Check this out. So that American Airlines mechanic, authorities say sabotaged a jetliner by tampering with the plane's navigation system just before takeoff. Well, he was denied bail yesterday after prosecutors said he had ISIS propaganda videos showing graphic murders on his cell phone.
Oh, boy.
I remember we took a lot of heat for insinuating this kind of thing when this story broke a few weeks ago.
How dare we?
Authorities in Miami have charged Abdul Majid Marif Ahmed Alani with one count of willfully damaging, destroying, disabling an aircraft earlier this month. And he initially told investigators he did it because he was frustrated with the union dispute and he wanted more overtime. He thought if he sabotaged the plane, at least that's what he told investigators, he thought if he sabotaged the plane, then he'd have to stay late to fix it. Well, the government said in court yesterday, this according to the story, that investigators found ISIS propaganda videos that he had downloaded on his cell phone, showing some very graphic murders, beheadings, that kind of thing, and then shared it with another person along with the message that said something like this: Allah, we ask you to use all your might and power against kafir. K-A-F-I-R. That's another word for infidel. That's another word for you and me.
Oh, there's nothing to be concerned about there, Todd.
Now, Alani's roommate said, well, it's pretty interesting. According to ABC News, prosecutors in court and another American Airlines employee came forward to say that Alani also had taken a trip to Baghdad and Mosul to visit his brother, who is a member of ISIS.
Just coincidence.
Your brother is a member of ISIS, and you're a mechanic on passenger planes for American Airlines?
That's a good point. How did he even become a cleared mechanic, a licensed mechanic?
This is turning into a PR nightmare for American Airlines.
A mechanic with all that security clearance, with that kind of background.
Alani's roommate had said the trip was because Alani's brother had been kidnapped, but photos from the trip on his phone show him smiling and posing with family members. He does not appear to be in any kind of distress. Now, Judge Chris McNally, he said, what you did was, at the minimum, highly reckless. It was unconscionable. And she said the evidence before her suggests at least, he's sympathetic towards terrorists. Well, that's someone you don't want working on planes.
No.
Just saying.
No.
That's not me. I mean, I don't run American Airlines, but that's right there. That's what you call a red flag.
You would think in this day and time, if you had any mechanics, any employees, period, that have anything to do with an airplane, underneath it, in it, on top of it, whatever, that they're going to look into as much as they possibly can.
Yeah.
I mean,
is this another failure? I don't know.
A security failure.
I don't know who handles security, that kind of situation for American or at the airports, but don't these people have to go through TSA occasionally?
I would think so.
I would think TSA is concerned about who's on the airport's property. I don't know.
Well,
but it definitely is something to be concerned about.
It is a point of concern, yes. And I bet, or I hope that they amp things up a little bit after this discovery and realize that they've got some holes here that they got to fill.
No doubt. Now, he was a veteran employee. He'd been there for a long time.
Wow. Well, I mean, will this mean in the future employees, mechanics, whatever it be, that they're going to have periodic checks of what's on their cell phone or their social media? Or
maybe so.
All the above?
Why would you even have a cell phone on your person if you're walking through the belly of an airplane?
Well, none of us can go anywhere without a cell phone. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
An airline mechanic could. You could say no cell phones for you. Cell phones are used for all kinds of things, to turn things on, activate things. You know what I mean?
Right.
7:25.
The Todd and Don Show.